Hello my loves and welcome to 2018. I feel very weird saying that because we've been in 2018 for about a week now, but this is my first video of 2018 and I am so excited to be back and sitting and filming in my little space. I feel like it's been forever since I filmed a video for you guys and had a chance to actually sit down and chat with you one-on-one. Anyway, so for today's video, a lot of you guys have been asking a ton of questions about everything that is going on. So if you would like to see a life update / Q&A, then just keep watching. If you are new to my channel and you do not know, hi, my name is Ashley. I'm 27 years old. I am engaged to be married and I am now pregnant. I am in my 11th week, so I'm very close to being out of my first trimester, thank God. A lot of you guys wanted to know how I'm feeling and my symptoms. Honestly, I've been okay. I haven't had that many crazy pregnancy symptoms at all. I'm very, very fortunate. When it comes to my pregnancy symptoms, I have a very sensitive sense of smell. So everything smells like it's on steroids or like has been multiplied by 1,000. So like the smell of eggs, the smell of my fiance's cologne, the smell of lotion, the smell of candles, the smell of anything like Febreze or perfumes, all of that stuff I can smell from like a mile away, and it is so strong and so potent, and I get a migraine every single time, or I get really, really nauseous. So that has been kind of like the biggest issue with my first trimester, which sucks because on the other hand, I am hungry all the time. Like, no joke. I eat probably every 2 hours, and sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm still hungry, but I literally cannot help it. I wake up and I'm starving. I go to sleep and I'm starving. I live, breathe, do anything. I'm starving. As I'm filming this, I literally just ate like 30 minutes ago, but I'm still hungry. It's so crazy. They always tell you like, oh, you have to eat for two, and then now the new thing is you don't eat for two, you eat for one, because really, realistically, the baby's like this big, like how much do you really need to eat? And I totally understand that, but like, I don't know what's going on with my baby, but my baby is a hungry, hungry hippo, and I'm just hungry all the time. So that's like number 2 pregnancy symptom. I haven't had any morning sickness. I haven't had much nausea. My nausea usually comes with like my sense of smell and certain foods, like certain foods I used to love, I now smell them and I hate them. When it comes to my cravings, I don't have much cravings. I do crave meat, not like lean meat. I crave like red meat, like steaks and burgers and things that are really heavy and greasy. So I've been eating a lot of burgers lately. A lot of burgers, mostly Wendy's burgers. Love Wendy's. Wendy's is the only thing that when I hate everything else, I can turn to Wendy's and I know she will always be there for me, no matter what. Other than that, my first trimester has been really, really good. I think one of the biggest things that has affected me lifestyle-wise, like everything else, all the other symptoms I've experienced, I can live through, but the only thing that has really, really affected me to the point where I'm like, I can't do anything is my exhaustion. I am so exhausted all the time, and sometimes I sit here and I'm like, I really need to take a nap, and if I don't take a nap, I'm going to be in bed by 9 o'clock, or I'm going to be the grumpiest person you will ever meet in your entire life. My exhaustion also played a huge role during Vlogmas, and a lot of you guys actually called that I was pregnant during Vlogmas. And that is because I posted a video saying that, you know, like we were kind of going through something personal and I may have to take a step back from Vlogmas just a little bit. I found out that I was pregnant on November 27th, I believe. We went and we did our blood work. We sat down with my doctor, we picked our OB, and did all of the fun stuff that you do in the first trimester. And I scheduled my first ultrasound for a couple of weeks later when I think I should be 7 weeks. As that time went on, I continued to live my same lifestyle, except instead of taking multivitamins, I started taking prenatals and I continued to exercise because I really wanted to keep up a very healthy body and like healthy pregnancy. And then one morning I woke up and I had bleeding. It wasn't like a light spotting, which is normal when you're in your first trimester, but it was kind of heavy, or heavy enough for me to know that it wasn't spotting and that I should be concerned. So that was actually midway through Vlogmas where I had to completely stop what I was doing because I was panicking so much. I went straight to my doctor and he booked in an ultrasound for me right away. And we found out that I had a subchorionic hemorrhage that had separated part of the baby's placenta from my uterine wall. That was a really, okay, I'm gonna start crying. I'm so sorry. My pregnancy emotions all over the place this past couple of weeks. I've been crying nonstop for everything, so I'm really sorry if I start crying. So it had separated part of the baby's placenta, and my doctor like sat me down and he was like, you know, the baby's heart rate is really low. It's at 70 beats per minute and it should be at 100 or up, and that I could have a miscarriage. And it's completely normal. It happens often in the first trimester, and oh my god, whew. It happens in the first trimester and it's not like anything that I can do. It sucks, but it's normal and there's nothing that I could have done differently to have prevented this from happening. If it was gonna happen, it's just gonna happen. So he was like, you know, I'll book you in for another ultrasound a week later, and we'll see where you are, whether you've had the miscarriage or you didn't. And I pretty much was at home the entire day just bawling my eyes out, like so incredibly sad. I know at that stage, I think I was only 5 weeks pregnant, or was estimated to be 5 weeks pregnant, and at that time I was already ready to have this baby. You know, we did all of these things, and then to find out that I'm like, okay, I could just have a miscarriage like right now, like it's scary. And even though the baby's like this big and has like the smallest heartbeat, for me to possibly lose this baby, I was like, this is an actual baby. It has a heartbeat. It's my baby. I don't want to lose my baby. So I kind of went through like a little panic moment. And while I was crying, my aunt just so happened to call me because she had heard the news, because my family can't keep secrets to save their life. She called literally right while I was in the middle of like bawling my eyes out with my fiance. And she's like, oh my gosh, Ashley, breathe. Apparently this had happened to her as well with 2 of my cousins. And they're both here. They're like in their 20s, they're healthy, they're strong, they're totally okay. And she's like, you know, it happens, it's scary. The doctor told me the exact same thing. But back then doctors prescribed bed rest and now they don't. So she actually told me, she was like, you know what, just rest, stop crying, think positively, pray, you know, just talk to your baby and let him know that everything's gonna be okay and that you love it. And she's like, hey, everything will work out. She's like, God has a plan for you and everything will work out according to plan. And I was like, okay. And as I started to calm down, I noticed actually the next day that the bleeding had stopped. And once the bleeding stopped, I was like hit with 110% of my pregnancy hormones. Like my body was just working overtime to just kind of heal and repair and get the baby back to where it needed to be. So we went back to my doctor and had another ultrasound done, and obviously, since we told you guys what's going on, the baby is doing so much better. The heart rate is up to 120 beats per minute. The baby was supposed to be 6 weeks that week, but it actually measured to be 7 weeks and 4 days, so a lot bigger than expected, which means it was growing really healthy and strong, and the heart rate was up, and I could just see it in this little tiny thing, and you can see its little heartbeat, and my heart just like I felt like the weight of the world just lifted off my shoulders once I found out that everything was okay and that my baby is healthy. And so obviously that leads us here to when we finally told you guys. Now to answer your questions, a lot of you guys have been wanting to know what is going on with our wedding, because I'm due sometime the end of July to the beginning of August. That is literally 3 weeks after our wedding day. Literally 3 weeks after our wedding day. So my biggest worry was possibly having my water break on my wedding day and being just way too exhausted at 9 months pregnant to even enjoy my wedding day. So what we ended up doing is moving it. I know you guys are gonna be like, what the hell, we were so looking forward to this. I was looking forward to this wedding and my dress, but honestly guys, if we moved it earlier, which I feel like it would have to be in order for me to be comfortable, even though you guys haven't seen it yet, I promise you, my dress is not the kind of dress you can wear while pregnant. I don't want to describe too much without giving it away. I know my fiance is gonna watch this video, so I just can't be pregnant with my wedding dress. And because we've already put a deposit down and we've already paid for it and it's already been ordered, I can't change it. So I refuse to be pregnant on my wedding day. And we decided that the best thing for us to do was to move the wedding date to 2019. Sorry guys. Our baby will hopefully be almost a year old, so we can include him or her in our wedding ceremony, which is something that we are both really looking forward to. That answers majority of your questions. Literally, like, I've had like 50 people ask me about the wedding and what we're gonna do about the wedding, so I hope that answers your questions. Moving on to the other questions that you guys have asked. Liz Hernandez says, what are you looking forward to the most in 2018? Honestly, this baby. I mean, being pregnant is such a humbling experience because I'm the kind of person who likes to be in control of everything, and I like to know that everything's okay, and I like everything to be perfect. And I tend to go through moments where I will panic and be like, oh my gosh, is the baby okay? Did I do this wrong? I kind of have to like bring myself down and, you know, calm my anxiety and say like, listen, no, like, you're okay. The baby's okay. Your body is healthy and strong. The baby is healthy and strong. And I kind of just have to like surrender myself to my body, because ultimately my body knows what it needs to do to care for and bring this baby into this world, and I just need to listen. So it's thinking of everything that I've learned so far and knowing that I have another 6 months of learning to go and then a lifetime of learning. I'm just really excited for everything that being a mom or bringing life to this world has to teach me. Valerie DC, how has being a YouTuber impacted your life both negatively and positively? Being a YouTuber has definitely impacted my life. From the moment I started out, I was so incredibly nervous. I had no idea where this channel was gonna go, what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be. I was still struggling with my identity. I hated my natural hair. I would straighten my hair all the time. I would do a lot of things to kind of cover up my insecurities because I was so nervous about putting a video out there on the internet and it being attacked. It really scared me. So in a negative way, YouTube has made me insecure, but it has also made me very secure, if that makes any sense. So in a positive way that YouTube has affected me is like, you guys are so supportive. And you guys are so loving, and everybody that's subscribed to my channel is so genuinely kind and have such good souls, and you guys literally comment the sweetest things on my videos and spread that love and kindness and positivity. And I feel like that's what the world needs nowadays because there's so much hate and negativity out there. Would I say it's rewarding? 110%. YouTube has allowed me to express who I am and to share that with you guys and hopefully be somebody that you guys can relate to, which is extremely positive to me. So that is it, guys. I hope that answers all of your questions. Also, I am thinking of pre-filming a couple of videos so I don't leave you guys hanging like I did during Vlogmas when this whole pregnancy thing first hit me. So if you have any suggestions on videos that you guys would like to see up on this channel for 2018, let me know your ideas and suggestions down below. And that is pretty much it. I love you guys so much and I will see you soon. Love you guys. Bye.